Deion Sanders put on a one-man show, and a nation saw the player who has billed himself primetime was as much substance as style.
Sanders under it at the 40, coming left, looking for a block, darts back right, now reverses field, slices back left to the 30. A foot race to the 20, say touchdown, Deion Sanders.
Tonight, Deion returns to the Meadowlands with a warning.
Opposing quarterbacks, I want you to know I'm back. Don't believe what they said about the toe. I am back. If you want to find out, try me.
Here's what the Giants learned when they tried him last year.
Intercepted at the 30-yard line. Coming right, it's Sanders to midfield. Sanders to the 30. He starts the high step at the 25. He did it again.
This is my time now. It's time for Prime to shine.
The number 21 of Deion Sanders will generate another high-voltage glow tonight as the Dallas Cowboys take on the New York Giants once again. It is a crisp, cool, and breezy night in the Big Apple. And 8 miles from Midtown Manhattan, a full house will look on at Giants Stadium as the New York Giants take on the Dallas Cowboys. Al Michaels along with Boomer Esiason and Leslie Visser. The Dallas Cowboys got off to a great start this season. They were 3-0, went to Philadelphia last week, and then lost Michael Irvin early in the game to a frightening neck injury. It seemed to deflate the team. They let the Eagles hang around, and the next thing you know, Philadelphia wins its first game of the season over Dallas, and the Cowboys try to rebound tonight against the New York Giants, who are at an early season crossroads right now. A mark of 2-3. Defensively playing pretty well, but offensively they've been, well, offensive. They've scored only 6 touchdowns on offense in 5 games. They try to get it stirred up tonight against the Cowboys. Good matchup on Monday Night Football. The Cowboys against the Giants. That was the case last year, as we all recall. Brad Maynard tried not to punt to him, wound up punting it in the middle of the field, and Deion was off to the races. The Giants to receive the kick. Toby Goen to kick off for Dallas. David Patton and Tiki Barber back deep for the Giants, and this is David Patton fielding it at the goal line. And good special teams coverage. A couple of earlier missed tackles, but able to slow Patton down enough. And finally, he is brought down up at the 16. Drafted originally by the Giants, then played with Detroit and Arizona, and now comes back with Jim Fossil here. With Brown and Way in the backfield. Toomer and Hilliard outside. Crosses the tight end, and the Giants up front. Oben, their #1 pick, Pettigrew, Williams, Stone, and Gregg. First down from the 16-yard line. And Graham going right to the air. Good coverage in the secondary, but underneath he finds Amani Toomer, who makes his 30th catch of the season up at the 27-yard line, and that's a first down. Kevin Smith in on the stop. The Cowboys defensively, Pittman, the ex-Bear Spellman, Hennings having a good season, and Ellis, who has 2 touchdowns this year. Hambrick, Godfrey, and Coakley, the very fleet linebackers. Smith and Sanders at the corners. Teague and Woodson, the safeties. Gary Brown on the ground up to the 31-yard line. And that's a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7.
It's going to be interesting, Al, to watch tonight how quickly the Giant offense gets out of their huddle. Jim Fossil, when I was playing with him back in Arizona, always preached up-tempo. Move it, get in and out, and go on the first quick sound. Put the pressure on the defense, something that the offense of the Giants have not done thus far this season.
Up to the line relatively quickly here. Second down and 7 at the 30-yard line. And the Cowboys show blitz, and here they come, and there's no play. There is no play because it was whistled dead before the snap. Referee tonight is Dick Hantag.
What Kent Graham does very well is the voice flexion that he has.
Offense, number 81, prior to the snap, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Fooled his own guy.
Yeah, one of the best hard counts I've ever been around, and actually, you know, he kind of mirrors what John Elway used to do in Denver, and he's very effective at it. And when you play with him, you have to be aware of that as an offensive lineman, especially as a wide receiver. No excuse for Amani Toomer to allow that to happen this early in the game.
Toomer wide left on second down and 12 from the 25. On a draw, this is Gary Brown. Brown takes it up to the 28-yard line. Gary Brown is their feature back, and he's a guy who was involved in a motorcycle accident. Suffered a badly bruised buttocks, which kept him out of a lot of training camp, then hurt his knee in preseason. And he's back in the starting lineup here.
He's a tough inside runner who didn't run very well against the Arizona Cardinals last week. Coach Fossil and he sat down, he talked about it, and you could see tonight that he's actually running hard and looks like he's running forward and downhill.
He comes out on 3rd down, and Tiki Barber comes in a shotgun set. Along with Charles Way, they flank Graham. Cowboys show blitz again. Here they come. Graham stepping up, looking, and down he goes at the 28-yard line. So they blitzed, and the secondary still did its job, and Chad Hennings gets credit for the tackle.
Interesting, Al, before the game, we're talking to Dave Campo, the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys, and we had asked him, now, how do you approach playing against an offense that isn't playing well? He says, you know what? We get after them. They are making an awful lot of mistakes, and we're going to do everything we possibly can to keep that going for the Giant offense, and they did that right there.
So here is Maynard now with Deion Sanders back at the 35-yard line. And that one's not even going to be close. And that's the risk you run when you know you've got to kick the ball out of bounds. A flag is down coming in at the end of the play, but the kick itself was a very short kick. In the meantime, Corey Widmer of the Giants threw a punch, and then we saw the flag come in. So number 90 on the Giants is going to be involved in this penalty.
Looks like he was throwing the punch at number 58, named Nate Helmsley. And you're right, Al, when you ask the punter to kick it to the side, and all week long that's all they're preaching, don't kick it to Deion Sanders, it's not an easy thing for a punter to do, especially in the wind tunnel that this stadium is. There's Helmsley right there, and there's if you're going to punch a guy, you might want to punch him.
So the personal foul, it's a 17-yard punt.
Personal foul.
Then they'll march this
90 of the kicking
off.
team. A blow to the head. Unnecessary roughness. 15 yards. First down.
So what you have here in effect is a 2-yard net, a 17-yard punt, and a 15-yard penalty. And the Cowboys will start at the Giant 29. Deion Sanders already instrumental in this game, seated next to Michael Irvin, trying to kick away from Deion. The punt officially 16 yards. And then the 15-yard penalty. And we can remind you that interactive TV for Monday Night Football, while you watch our telecast, you can log on to ESPN.com or NFL.com. Try out the enhanced coverage.
Deion Sanders doesn't even touch the ball, and look at the field position for the Cowboys right at the box.
At the 29-yard line, and it's fumbled by Emmitt Smith. And all of a sudden, Emmitt, who has not been a fumbler throughout his career, has put the ball on the ground 5 times this season. Very un-Emmitt-like. Let's take a look at the pick out of UCLA. You've got Emmitt Smith in the backfield. And with Moose Johnston gone for the year, Tim Lester is the fullback. Ismael and Mills, the wide outs, and LaFleur, the tight end. Up front, Adams, Allen, Stepnoski, MacGyver, and Williams. Stepnoski was dubious this week because of back problems, but in there tonight. And Aikman goes down as he retreats, and Robert Harris comes bursting through for the sack.
Robert Harris running right around number 67, Everett MacGyver. I've been there before. I will tell you this, that the Giant defense has been speaking all week about how they need to get help from the Giant offense. And when you watch the way they play, take a look at number 97 at the top of your screen. This gives a little push move, and then Everett MacGyver leans too far forward, and Robert Harris just absolutely creams Troy Aikman. The defense is holding up its end of the bargain at this point.
That's a 9-yard sack. They're out of field goal range now. It's 3rd down and 22 from the 41-yard line. Giants almost jump, but there's no flag, and then the pass is caught at the 33 by Wayne McGarity. He's a rookie from Texas. That's his first NFL catch. He's been inactive the last couple of weeks, but with the injury to Irvin, back in there tonight. Now the Giants defensively, Strahan, Harris, who had the sack, Hamilton, and Jones. The linebackers are Phillips, Widmer, and Armstead. And in the secondary, Sparks and Jason Sehorn, the corners, great corners. Garnes and Ellsworth are the safeties.
Now you see an offensive team like the Giants just trouble. They can't get out of their own way. They have penalties. They're making mistakes. And then you see the defense come on. It's like two different teams.
Richie Cunningham now. This is a 49-yard attempt and a swirling wind. He's only 2 for 5 this season and make it 2 for 6. Cunningham has now missed a field goal attempt in each of his last 4 games.
Well, I have to question that attempt right there, Al. With an offense the way the Giants are playing, why wouldn't you punt it and try to put them down inside the 20? Because they haven't moved the ball yet this year.
And with a field goal kicker who's been cold in a swirling wind and a bad snap. Giants take over after the missed field goal attempt. Comes back to where the ball was spotted for the attempt, and that's the 39-yard line. So the Giants with decent field position to begin this drive, and they start with Gary Brown on the ground, and Gary Brown fights his way up to the 41-yard line where he's tackled by Randall Godfrey.
Every time we see the Dallas Cowboys defense, I remark about how quick they are, but also the fact that they have literally 9 guys in and around the line of scrimmage. And there's Dave Campo, the defensive coordinator. You can see right here, they are quick, they fly to the football, and they are all so close to the line of scrimmage, especially the safeties. And you'll see the safeties coming in right there. There's Woodson getting knocked down, but very difficult to run against a defense like this.
Second down and 8. They send Brown out of the backfield. Flags are down. Graham with a free play, hit as he throws, and at the 30-yard line, it is pulled in by Darren Hambrick, who loses the ball. In effect, it's going to come back.
All right, you'll have offsides by Kapika Pittman, number 97. Again, Kent Graham, one of the better quarterbacks in the league at using his voice at the line of scrimmage.
Hantak initially signaled it's against the Giants. Now he corrects himself and points the other way.
Yeah. It is such a valuable weapon. You can see right here, Pittman underneath right here at the bottom, number 97.
Offside. Defense, number 97. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. Second down.
You know, I wonder how come they just don't stop the play in that situation. I guess they feel like he's protected, but he got leveled on that play.
If he's unimpeded, they will stop the play. But in that particular case, I think they felt that he didn't have a clear shot at the quarterback. So it's easy for us to say as Charles Way takes it to the 48-yard line. Sometimes they will, if the guy has a complete, open, unblocked shot at the quarterback, they'll stop it.
Well, he didn't have a complete open shot, but Kent took a vicious hit at the end of that throw. And another difficult situation for the Giants. 3rd and 1. Not a very good team on 3rd and 1 now.
3rd and 1. The Giants are having the problems in almost every offensive category this season.
Well, the question is, will he pitch it right or will he pitch it left?
The Giants are only 3 for 9 on 3rd and 1. I don't think he's going to pitch it either way this week. That was the case last week. They're going to throw it instead on 3rd and 1. There's a flag down, and the pass is off the fingertips of Joe Juravicius.
Gary Brown went up the field, illegal motion. A hard thing to do for the running back going away from the formation, and he kind of loses track of where he's at, but there's no excuse for that.
Number 33, offense illegal motion, turned upfield prior to the snap. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
And the point is, Al, it's not the quarterback that's making the mistakes here. Amani Tuver jumps off sides. Gary Brown goes offside. I mean, this is a collective and collaborative effort by everybody. Sure. And you could see Gary Brown just turning up and not paying attention as to what is going on. And you could hear the collective sigh coming down from the top rafters right now.
And they see Dion back there at the 16-yard line. And here's Maynard, so intent on kicking it away the last time. His punt was 16 yards. This is another angled kick. And again, the downside is you're going to get almost no distance. And they will spot it at the 26-yard line. So this punt, 26 yards.
Better than that guy running it back, though. Yep, I'm telling you right now.
Sell out at Giant Stadium. And a reminder, Saturday, Penn State, number 2 in the country against Purdue. At 3:30 Eastern time, and other regional action coming your way on ABC this Saturday as the Dallas Cowboys take over at their own 26-yard line, and Aikman throws. behind LaFleur, who reaches back to make the catch and loses the ball, but he was already down, and the play was whistled dead to the consternation of the Giant defensive coordinator, John Fox.
What a nice catch by LaFleur. Looked like Troy was actually trying to throw to the slant pattern, and LaFleur caught it on the back of his hip. One thing about the Giant defense.
20.
And there's another flag.
15 yards.
Late hit.
First down.
Against the Giants. Antax Mike wasn't open when he announced whoever it was.
I think it might have been Felipe Sparks. You can see right here, I'm not really sure where he was throwing the football, but LaFleur makes a nice catch for a big man. Well, there's Sparks right there, so it couldn't be him. It may have been Sam Garnes. Who is that? Number 20. There it is. Sam Garnes. Very close.
Dubious call. Looks a lot worse in slow motion than it was in real time. First down at the 47-yard line.
And you could see Troy Aikman reading the defense and making audibles at the line of scrimmage.
And Aikman stepping up, but nowhere to roam, and gets tackled at the 44-yard line, hit first by Michael Strahan.
Al, all week here in New York, it was offense versus defense. The Giant defense was putting pressure on the offensive players. They wanted to make sure that they came out spirited tonight. If all the offense has to do is take a look at their 11 guys on the field right now, watch how they're playing football. They are in the face of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is going to have a hard time scoring tonight if they can keep this up. John Fox has got these guys wound really tight.
As this is Fox himself, second down and 12 from the 44-yard line after the Strahan sack. The Giants second tonight. Emmitt Smith swinging to the outside. Emmitt stopped there by Jason Sehorn. By the way, there's a vagary in how some of the statistics are compiled in the NFL on the little pitch back to Smith earlier when Emmitt fumbled the ball. Since he never had possession of it on a pitch out and not a handoff, the fumble was charged to, guess who, Boomer? The quarterback.
Now, you know, everything happens to the quarterback, but I would say that we should have an official scorer like they do in baseball to make a decision like that.
God forbid. Third down and 9. Chris Warren is in the game in the shotgun. Aikman hanging in, throws over the middle. A flag comes in. It's caught by the Rocket Ismail, and he's tackled at the 29-yard line as Michael Irvin looks on from the sideline, and we will talk with Michael live at the half and get an update. In the meantime, Antax crew throwing flag after flag tonight. This one is against the Giants.
Illegal contact. Defense number 35. Penalty is refused. Result of the play, first down.
Andre Weathers.
The only danger that you have in the NFL, if you pick out some of your teammates, much like maybe the defense might be doing to the offense here in New York, you have to be careful because it will come back and bite you. You can see right there in the middle of your screen the bump, the illegal bump past 5 yards.
Well, now at the 28-yard line after a 24-yard gain. Aikman has to throw it away. Everybody covered, and even Emmitt Smith was covered by Sehorn on the near side, so it's second down. A little over 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Chan Gailey in his second season as the Cowboy head coach. A surprising choice. Jerry Jones, the Cowboy owner, did not even know Chan Gailey personally until 5 days before he announced him as his head coach.
But how did Chan Gailey make his name? He's made his name as the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is now one of many head coaches in the league that is actually calling the offensive plays, and we'll explore that a little bit as this game goes on. Well, I think that they shouldn't be doing it.
Second down and 10. And this is Smith swinging to the outside, and then before he can turn the corner is shoved out of bounds by Jason Sehorn.
Jason Sehorn, a key ingredient to this defense. When the Washington Redskins came in here a few weeks back, Jason Sehorn was not in uniform, and the Redskins torched this defense for 50 points. Now, when you bring a guy like Jason Sehorn back, or Deion Sanders like the Cowboys have, your defense is able to play more aggressive, and your guys inside can really get after the quarterback.
Third down and 8. Giants already have 2 sacks tonight. Bernie Mills is in motion. They give it to Chris Warren, and Warren takes it down to the 21-yard line, setting up another Cunningham field goal attempt. Warren plays on third down situations, except in short yardage when Emmett stays in the game.
I think he told you before the game this is the best he's felt in 3 years. Boy, he and Emmett both. I mean, they look great.
Emmett has found the fountain of youth, and why not? He's a native Floridian. Richie Cunningham has never missed 2 in one game, but he's missed 1 in each of the last 4. This is a 38-yard attempt. He's missed a 48-yarder, and now this one is just inside the left upright. So from 38, Cunningham connects, and the Dallas Cowboys take the lead with exactly 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter in the New Jersey Meadowlands. Dallas 3, the Giants 0. 3-0 Dallas as Toby Goen kicks off for the Dallas Cowboys. And into the swirling breeze puts it deep in the end zone where David Patton will kneel down for the touchback. Joe Avezano watching his special teams, doing a good job again this season. The Cowboys coming in with a mark of 3-1 and needing a win here tonight to keep pace with the Washington Redskins, the team they will face at home next Sunday.
And speaking of Washington, watching that game last night, Al, another star goes down, Jake Plummer, with a broken finger, and we lost a whole bunch of guys yesterday, and it's just amazing to me how many guys are getting injured.
Jake Plummer now out for, they say, a month with that broken finger, sustained last night. First down for the Giants on the 20-yard line. And this is Gary Brown. Of course, Kent Graham is playing tonight because he is back after sustaining a concussion 2 weeks ago. Monday Night Football is being brought to you by Dodge. Do not follow, do not conform, be different. Microsoft, where do you want to go today? Visa, the preferred card of the NFL. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be. And the St. Paul Company's property and liability insurance for business, without question, the St. Paul.
There is Gary Collins, a $16.9 million free agent signing in the offseason. And how we talked about it in the opening, there are some people in New York and some people in the Giant organization that think he should be playing. He struggled last week against Arizona. The reason Jim Fossil wants Kent Graham in here, Kent Graham is much more familiar with the offense that Fossil likes to run. Gary Collins had some troubles last week on the field, according to some people within the organization. So he thinks the upside is there for Kerry, but not tonight.
Well, Fossil put it very succinctly yesterday when we met with him. He said Graham is more prepared to help us win right now, with the emphasis on right now. And this is an early season crossroads game for the Giants as Graham steps up and gets banged down after only a 3-yard pickup. 2 yards shy of the first down, tackled by Coakley, and the booing begins.
Well, you can hear the boos now from the Giant fans. During the week, Jesse Armstead, their defensive captain, had asked the favor of the fans, please don't boo us until halftime. And they obviously didn't listen to Jesse.
They didn't even give the Giants half of a half.
No, they didn't.
Fourth and 2.
Question is, was he saying it tongue-in-cheek?
Meanwhile, Dion goading Brad Maynard. Come to me, baby. Maynard accepts the high snap. And this one is coming to Dion, but he has to fair catch it at the 28-yard line. And then the crowd gets on Sanders' case. So no Dion yet. Aerial camera tonight provided by Southwest Airlines, looking down into Giant Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets since 1976. Troy Aikman now takes over at the 30-yard line on first down. Cowboys up 3-0 late in the first quarter. Aikman hanging in and throws underneath, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Tim Lester.
I think John Fox is taking a little page out of Dave Campo's book. He's blitzing on first down, and both of these defenses are just absolutely just clamping down on these offenses.
Meanwhile, Troy Aikman, as you look at his mark through the 90s, a win tonight would give him the most wins in any one decade by a starting quarterback in the history of the league. A testament to, of course, his talent, the fact that he plays with a good team, and also the fact that he has basically stayed fairly injury-free through the decade, even though last year he did miss 5 games with a broken left clavicle. Second down and 10. And that pass is incomplete, intended for Rocket Ismail, clearly the #1 receiver now in the absence of Michael Irvin.
And also remember this, and this is Chan Gailey again telling us that there's really only one guy now on the active roster who was here last year, and that's Ernie Mills. And Rocket was brought here to get down the field and throw deep balls to, and you could see right there that these guys are still not sure about each other. Troy thinks he's going to come inside, and Rocket's trying to run away from the defender and go back outside. And there is Michael Irvin.
Third and 10. As from the shotgun, the Giants with a 7-man front, and it's caught by Ernie Mills over the middle for a first down. So they convert to the Cowboys on 3rd and long. Ernie Mills with the Pittsburgh Steelers while Chan Gailey was there. Tim Lester, the fullback, with the Pittsburgh Steelers while Chan Gailey was there.
You're actually trying to ask Sean Williams, a safety, to cover Ernie Mills. That's the matchup you want to go for. Inside, little slant pattern, and just hit him in stride and let him get the first down for you.
At the 43, a little over 2 minutes to go in the opening period. 3-0 Dallas. Aikman throws and incomplete, intended for Wayne McGarity, their #4 pick out of Texas, covered there by Philippi Sparks.
Now, another thing to remember is that Ernie Mills is only 5'11", Wayne McGarity 5'8". There's Alvin Harper, who they just signed, and Michael Irvin's a big, tall receiver, and Troy has had the luxury of being able to throw those balls high and away, and he would go get them for you. And when you have to throw it over hot, defenders that are jumping like that, and they're throwing it to short guys, a little bit different for you.
You saw Harper, the once and current Cowboy, who's been out of football, and they're going to work him back and hope to have him active in a couple of weeks. Emmitt Smith, nowhere to roam. Michael Strahan takes him down near the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long again for the Cowboys.
That's the new thing now in the league. I really don't know where that's come from, but this is one of your leaders on the Giant defense. He's a captain. He is really a terrific player on the field. He's involved in charities off the field here in the New York area. And he hugs Leslie Visser every time she's on the side.
He was out here last week, last Monday night. Shotgun, 3rd down and 10. They stack the receivers, as you can see, top of the screen to the right. And then it's a swing pass to Chris Warren, and Warren fights his way across the 50, seeks the first down, may have gotten it. They will spot the ball at the 46-yard line, and it appears from here to be a first down.
Al, terrific play design that time by Chan Gailey, lining up receivers away and using number 81, the Rocket, as a decoy, making it look like they're going to throw a wide receiver screen and then bring the screen to Chris Warren the other side.
All of the focus on the Giant defensive left side, and the play comes to the Giant defensive right side, and they pick up the first down at the New York 46-yard line. With Ismail in motion, it is caught by Wayne McGarity. And again, McGarity is a guy, we touched on him before, 4th-round pick out of Texas, only 5'8" and 191. Dropped a couple of balls earlier this season, inactive the last 2 weeks, but with the injury to Irvin, this kid now has a chance to shine.
Right, and Chan Gailey was telling us last night that he loves his quicks. He loves the fact that he can get underneath and he can make those little slant patterns easy targets for Troy Aikman.
McGarity, a big preseason as a teammate of Texas of Ricky Williams. 2nd down and 2 from the 38-yard line. Here's Emmitt. And Emmitt picks up the first down. Emmitt Smith closing in right now on the 13,000-yard career mark. And when you look at Emmitt and you look at the way he's running this year, there is the possibility he could catch Walter Payton. Meanwhile, the quarter ends with Dallas leading 3-0. And Monday Night Football returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Kent Graham and Kerry Collins. And of course, will that become a story before this day is done, Boomer, is the question.
In New York, it's already a story. It was a story the day that Kerry Collins signed his big contract. And Kent played very well at the end of last year, brought some respectability back to the team, and figured that he had the job sewn up. But as soon as he was signed, Kerry Collins, that all went out the window.
Second quarter begins with Aikman winding up on his back. Corey Widmer came bursting through, and it will be 2nd down and 10.
And the interesting thing here, Al, is you watch the Giant defense and you watch them get on the Dallas offense. You have to wonder really how good they truly are. If they had any help whatsoever from their offense, how dominating a group this can be. I mean, last week against Arizona, they gave up 206 yards and 31 rushing yards and lost.
Yankees, meanwhile, leading the Red Sox as they try to wrap up the American League pennant 2-0 in the 4th inning. 2nd down and 10. And this is Emmitt Smith through the middle. Emmitt taken down after a pickup of 3 at the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7 upcoming for the Cowboys in the opening minute of the 2nd quarter. Michael Strahan in on the stop. We were talking about Emmitt Smith closing in on 13,000 yards. If he can stay healthy and perform at a relatively high level, he would have a chance to eclipse Walter Payton's mark of over 16,000 yards, 16,726, before Emmitt's done.
Did you ever think that you would ever see a guy be able to do that?
Barry Sanders could have done it. 3rd down and 8. As Aikman throws, it is caught. It is hauled in by McGarity, who's able not only to pick up the 1st down, but get inside the 15-yard line, where he's finally forced out by Sean Williams. That's an 18-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Cowboys.
It shows you how strong Troy Aikman's arm is. He was actually sitting back in there on his back foot and delivers a strike. A dangerous pass right here. And he was lucky that it's against the safety, Williams. A cornerback might be able to make a play on that football, but you have to be on time and you have to be accurate. 2 things that Troy Aikman is known for are his timing and his accuracy, and you can see it right there in that play.
And the Cowboys getting noted for proficiency in the red zone this season, and they're in there now inside the 20 on 1st and 10 as Aikman surveys the scene and then is forced to get rid of it in a hurry as the pressure was put on by Strahan.
The smart thing there, and we've seen this week in and week out, when is it grounding, when is it not grounding? He actually threw the ball away, but threw it towards number 80, Ernie Mills. But you could see the relentless pass rush. And watch Michael Strahan against Eric Williams. This is a matchup of Pro Bowlers, and you can see Eric Williams getting away with a little hand to the face contact. But you talk about it, just a nasty place to be on the football field, Al. Right in between those tackles. There's not one place anywhere I would want to be. That's it.
2nd down and 10 from the 14. Now Smith, nothing in the middle, nothing to the left, but he goes back there again, and there's still nothing there as he's taken down by Sehorn. Jason coming up from the corner. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now for the Cowboys. We talked about their proficiency in the red zone this season, and they have scored 9 touchdowns in their 12 trips inside there. And as you can see, they were 29th in Barry Switzer's last season. Then Gailey came in and put a premium on red zone efficiency last year, and they were 8th, and right now leading the league. The league average in the red zone, scoring touchdowns, 47%. And on 3rd down and long, timeout taken by the Cowboys. So they'll talk it over on the sideline with 12:53 left in the 1st half. 3-0 Cowboys. Dallas, at least in that area, dominating, 94 total yards to only 29. 6 first downs for Dallas to 1 for the Giants. 3rd and 12 now after the Cowboy timeout. From the 16, Aikman stepping off to his left, has it tipped and intercepted at the 11-yard line by Sam Garnes. And again, the Giant defense keeping him in the game, and McGarity is still down.
Now, you talked about McGarity dropping balls early on this season. Right there, a huge drop, hit him right in the hands, goes right through his hands. How much more can the Giant defense do for you?
They've done plenty to this point. They're keeping them in the game. 3-0 Dallas. Wayne McGarity ushered off the field, and let's take a look at, we will in a moment after this next play, as to exactly what happened to McGarity, as the Giants have a 1st down now after the interception of Mike Garnes from the 10-yard line. Graham taken off again, and the Cowboys secondary continues to do its job. The Giants secondary did its job, and it led to this injury to McGarity.
Now it looked like right here he gets his hand stepped on, his right hand right there by Sam Garnes. And the way he's carrying himself, it looks to me like it's a shoulder or a collarbone. That's what I would say. And you can see he is definitely in pain.
Coming off, holding his wrist. He was flexing his hand as he was coming off the field as well as Graham throws, and it is caught short of the first down by Pete Mitchell at the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1 on ABC.
How about that, Al?
What'd you get? 3rd down and 1 as
all right.
It is Tiki Barber picking up the first down, and that elicits the most favorable response the Giants have heard tonight from this crowd of 75,000.
And you can see now they're going to go to their no huddle, their hurry up offense. And I guess Jim Fossil just said, look, if we can get a first down here, we'll do it. And he actually have Kent Graham in the shotgun formation on first down. So something new.
1st and 10 up at the 21-yard line. Cowboys rush 4. Graham throws, caught up at the 26-yard line. That's hauled in by Amani Toomer, the Giants' leading receiver. 31 catches for the season, tackled by Kevin Smith.
Al, if your offense is dormant and they're not doing anything, and you have quality players and you have older players that can handle it, do something different. Give them an opportunity to make plays, up the tempo a little bit, and that's what a 2-minute drill, no huddle offense can do for you.
2nd down and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Here comes the blitz, and they see him coming on the end. It looks like Woodson's coming. Here he comes.
Whistles before the snap. Probably indicative of a false start.
False start. Offense number 74 prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Scott Gregg.
So now we have Gregg, Brown, and Amani Toomer all making significant penalties on 2nd and short. You can't do this. You're in a great situation. It's 2nd and short. You can do anything you want. You can run the ball. You can throw the ball. You can be in shotgun. You can whatever. And now all of a sudden you find yourself now 2nd and long. It's a little bit different situation. Defenses are going to play you differently and more aggressively.
2nd and 8. This is the 5th play of this Giants drive, their longest drive of the night to this point. And we've seen this play now about 4 or 5 times where Graham goes back to pass. The secondary is obviously doing its job, and then Kent takes off and goes nowhere.
Well, if there's matchup problems inside, it's Luke Pettigrew, the rookie offensive guard from Notre Dame, number 77 for the Giants, going against Alonzo Spellman. And Alonzo Spellman has been moved from outside to inside and now is back outside, and he is just absolutely having his way inside against this inexperienced offensive lineman.
3rd down and 7. Cowboys with 7 defenders on the line of scrimmage, and Graham's going to go deep, and getting free was Amani Toomer, but he can't haul it in. However, a flag comes in at the end of the play. George Teague with the coverage. Toomer had gotten by Smith, and then Teague comes over to help out, and Hantak.
They have a flag back at the line of scrimmage as well, too, so you might have offsetting penalties here.
2 of them.
This one.
Holding. Offense number 76. Pass interference. Defense number 26. The penalties are offset. Repeat the down. 3rd down.
There is no number 76. So it's somebody else who was holding. Gregg or Pettigrew or Oben are the guys in the 70s.
I mean, with the way the Giants season has gone, this is pretty much par for the course. That last holding was against 77. Luke Pettigrew, the rookie offensive guard from Notre Dame, having a tough time inside.
3rd down and 7 now from the 24-yard line. You know, the coach always takes the brunt of things, but there's innovation and then there's execution.
Right.
False start. Offense number 77 prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That's the rookie again. And at what point, Boomer, at what point, I mean, is it the coach's fault?
Well, ultimately it comes back to the players. There's no question about that. And you can see right here, number 77 Luke, he's had a tough 3 plays in a row now. He's given up a sack. He's held, and now he's moving. Not an easy situation for a rookie, but certainly 3rd and long. Look at this.
One time they've converted in 16 chances. It's 3rd down and 12. From the 19-yard line. Graham throws, and that's caught up at the 34, and they do convert this time as Ike Hilliard hauls it in for the 1st down. Ike Hilliard makes his first catch of the night at the most opportune time.
And now for a quarterback who's trying to get his team moving, trying to do something, anything, to get life into this offense, it is extremely frustrating for you when other players keep making mistakes. And right there, Kent Graham holds his ground and delivers a nice ball to Ike Hilliard.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage and then pushed back. Tiki Barber, Ebenezer Ekubon, the #1 draft choice out of North Carolina, has come in for Kavika Pittman, who needs attention on the Dallas sideline.
You know, the quarterback that's in there, whether it be Kerry Collins or whether it be Kent Graham, they want it to be working. They want to get some sort of rhythm going. And penalties and miscues and missed blocks, it's almost impossible for you to have any success.
2nd down and 11, the ball at the 34-yard line. Graham swings one out, caught by Barber. Dion can't tackle him, and that cost the Cowboys some 8 yards and a 1st down. By Dion not being able to wrap him up, that would have stopped him well short of the 1st down, created a 3rd down situation. Instead, it's up to Izell Reese to make the tackle. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds a little short of the 1st down at the 44-yard line.
That's something Dion's really known for, is tackling. Not a very good tackler. That's not his game. That's not something that he doesn't bring fear to the collision. You know what I mean?
3rd down and 1, and the Cowboys, who originally thought it was a 1st down, now see the spot, have to get the short yardage defense in, and the Giants are able to pick up the 1st down as Gary Brown gets across the 45. Even the Cowboys had thought that the Giants had the 1st down. They had the regular defense in, then they saw where the ball was spotted, had to hustle in the short yardage group.
And you could see that it's actually confusing the Cowboys, this hurry-up offense of the Giants. You just got to keep moving, no mistakes right here.
1st down at the 47, halfway through the 2nd quarter. Dallas on top 3-0. Barber into Cowboy territory to the 47. So the Giants began this drive at the 10. Now into Cowboy territory.
Finally.
The Cowboy defense very stout. No points allowed on all 24 opponents' drives that have started inside the opponent's 20-yard line. This would be one of those drives right now, beginning at the 10. 2nd down and 4 here for the Giants at the 47. And Barber gets taken down after a gain of 1, setting up 3rd and 3, tackled by the safety Izell Reese. Giants down their 12th play of this drive.
Interesting, in talking to Dave Campo, he said, hey, look, we're going to come after these guys, and he hasn't really done it this series. He's actually sat back, and you can see that they're starting to execute a little bit better. Sooner or later, he's got to change and come after them.
3rd down and a long 2.
And here he comes.
Put the pressure on Graham, but he throws and completes it. It's a 1st down to Pete Mitchell, tackled by George Teague at the Dallas 35-yard line.
This is the point of the field right now, Al, where I'd love to see him throw on 1st down. They have the Dallas defense a little bit confused, a little bit fatigued. You could see the defensive linemen with their hands on their hips, signifying that they're tired. There's a nice throw to Pete Mitchell. And Pete Mitchell was brought here from Jacksonville for that reason right there, to make those little catches inside.
1st down at the Dallas 35-yard line with 5.5 to go in the half. Barber, they stay on the ground on 1st down, and Barber picks up 7 to the 28-yard line, tackled by that win.
Well, how difficult must it be for Kent Graham to sit there knowing that your coach believes in you, but there are people in the organization that want to have Kerry Collins in there. It's a very hard thing for a quarterback to go in there knowing that not everybody is on his page, that not everybody's behind him.
Second down and 3, and they give it to Barber again. Well, one as a flag now comes in at the end of the play. Barber appears to have picked up the first down.
Face mask. Defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Ebenezer Ekubon, the #1 pick out of North Carolina, and Dave Campo watching his defense now, having to really dig in as the Giants will now have the ball, a first down at the 19-yard line on a drive that began at the New York 10. Tavika Pittman is back in. There's the face mask call. As Barber picked up the first down, they tack on the extra yardage at the 19-yard line now. First down for the Giants as Graham swings one to the outside. That's caught at the 15. Amani Toomer covered by Kevin Mathis.
You could see when you execute this type of offense, it just puts an enormous amount of pressure on the defense. They have to get their calls in. They have to be able to match up. And certainly, as you can take a look at the defensive linemen from this standpoint, Al, they look like they're fatigued.
Well, they're digging in now for the 16th play of the drive. And on second down and 5, it's Barber again. And Barber to the 12-yard line. This drive started with 12:45 to play in the half. So they've now had the ball for over 8 minutes in a hurry-up situation.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, no.
And really, you're waiting for a mistake. You don't think that the Giant offense is going to be able to sustain something like this.
Third down and 3. It's been anything but an electrifying, but certainly highly efficient Giant drive. And on third down and 3 from the 12, Graham will take off and gets spun down at the 10. Appears to be a little short of the first down as Izell Reese makes the tackle.
Yeah, this is where you're the offensive coordinator and the head coach, and you have to make a decision. Do you go for it or not?
Reese losing his shoe on the play. It's a very tough call in the sense that you've already moved the ball 80 yards. If you don't convert, I mean, how deflating would that be?
Oh. But you also have to gain some confidence in your offense. Al, you've been working so hard for 80 yards, and you're saying to yourself, you know what? If you pull these guys off right now, you're saying, you know, we don't think you can make it. This could be a good way and maybe a turning point for this offense.
They'll take the timeout right here with 3:03 left in the half. The Giants have marched from their own 10 to the Dallas 10, but the Cowboys still lead 3-7.